What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Bloodborne, the future of Bloodborne. That it's kind of been hit a little bit with this rumor. Now, it's actually kind of funny because people on Reddit, the top comment, the one that has like the most upvotes, really sold it on me. So we have the title: reputable FromSoftware leaker on ERA states that there is neither a Bloodborne remaster, patch, PC port, nor a sequel in development. And now they go on to say this is regarding FromSoftware and doesn't rule out that Bluepoint could be working on something with the IP, and that is true. And we'll read out kind of what they say in a second. But the top comment, now this is a believable Bloodborne rumor, which really sells it all, because to be fair, but also I guess to maybe catch people up, right? This has just been a reoccurring, like, if you want to say something that'll get attention, if you're a leaker or insider or whatever. And I'm not saying like people do it for, I'm sure there are people that do it for clout, but I'm not saying certain people do it, but that's all you do. You just say, well, maybe there's a Bloodborne 2 coming, or a remaster or remake. Now remember, I think the rumor, or a rumor, a rumor going around on Bluepoint is that, yeah, they are doing something with the frame. Maybe it's like a spin-off thing and like a smaller, just a smaller thing, maybe like a Miles Morales for a Bloodborne, which would be really, really cool. And I think that would actually make a lot of people very happy. It would maybe be that meeting in the middle that maybe is the best we're going to get right now. You know what I mean? So, this person, again, they were just kind of taking questions. They say that they have said that they're never going back, that they have no plans to return to Dark Souls, and they included Bloodborne in the statement, and people have just willingly been ignorant of that statement ever since, just picking the Dark Souls part and not the Bloodborne part. Then they said, you don't think we'll get a Bloodborne remaster or PC version? So this is the big part. Never say never, I guess, and it's definitely far more likely than any sequel. But with that being said, in my entire time as an insider, I've been privy to a lot of stuff that From has worked on or been even somewhat related to in the past few years. Sekiro, Elden Ring being the big ones, obviously, but also Demon Souls Remake, Dark Souls Remastered, Metal Wolf Chaos, and stuff that hasn't even been announced yet. While I don't know every detail of everything, and some things I've known far more about than others, this is the big part, I've never come across anything being done with Bloodborne, even when actively seeking it out multiple times over a period of years: sequel, remaster, PC port, or even a patch. Never have I heard a peep about anything, at least not from a concretely reliable source. So do with that information as you will. And so there you go. So never once, and this is the person that I guess is pretty, now I don't, like, you'll have to fill me in if I'm wrong. I have no problems being corrected. That's totally cool. I've never heard of this person, but I'm not like in the FromSoftware leaker movement, you know what I mean? So it seems like this person is very well respected, and so this should say something, right? It sucks. It sucks. I think Bloodborne is, well, like I said, with Bluepoint, it is a franchise, even though it's just one game. It is, or I guess, an IP that really, you could just do so much with it. We know how well, I mean, that game did so well when it came out, and it sold PS4s on its own. Now, it wasn't like a Spider-Man moving, machine. Like, Spider-Man obviously probably sold more PlayStations than any other game that released, like, specifically for that game. But Bloodborne was kind of like that first one that, like, you had to get a PS4 to get Bloodborne, and millions did. And that's, again, like, that's incredible. So I don't, again, it's probably because it's tied up in FromSoftware. I'm sure if this was, it's a Sony-owned thing, but again, like, they don't have the creative team behind it. If Sony owned it and it came from one of their own studios that they had possession of, the odds of getting a sequel by now would have been 150%. Like, we would have had at least one sequel by now. So it does suck, and I'm sure from a financial, viewpoint, or like pleasing the fans, giving them more, like, it all makes sense and it all works. It's just not obviously played out. So it does suck that, again, the creative team FromSoftware won't be, well, it seems like, at least right now, right? No sequel, no remake, like none of that stuff. But that doesn't, in my opinion, rule out, and I think that's kind of what the Reddit post was getting at, right? That doesn't rule out Bluepoint. Bluepoint could easily do something with Bloodborne, maybe even down the line, you know what I mean? If you wanted a remaster for it or whatever. Maybe it's too soon. Maybe Sony thinks it's too soon to do a remake or a remaster of it, so obviously you wouldn't do that. So maybe they could say, hey, Bluepoint, maybe make a Miles Morales, like a half of a game, right? But it's still like quality. Like I love. By the way, I'm not like digging at Miles. Like Miles is an awesome game, and I played it, I platinumed it. It's an awesome game, but it's it's a small version. It's just a small version of Spider-Man. So if you could do that for Bloodborne, and you could have Blue Point do that, that would be phenomenal. And then down the line, 3, 4, 5 years from now, maybe I think there would be not just like a want, but also maybe even a necessity to remaster or remake Bloodborne. And then there's where FromSoftware doesn't do it, then there's where Blue Point comes in, right? So that's hopefully how this would all play out. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. If you want to follow me anywhere else, I have a Twitter. I have a second YouTube channel. I also have Patreon and YouTube memberships. Links for them all are in the description below. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all on the next video.